Jai Shri Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we'll start in few minutes. So far, if you have any question, you can ask. In the meantime, other people will join. There might be some Hindi speakers today because we missed yesterday class. So we are sending message to them if they would like to join. So I'll probably mix both Hindi and English today, just for today.
Perfect. Yeah.
Hmm. And one announcement we'll make at the end. We'll keep a test in the next class. And those who pass, they will be certified with one certificate from ISKCON DIG that you have passed ISKCON Discover Yourself course.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and Hare Krishna to
Yes.
everyone.
Hare
Okay, we'll start in 1 minute.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I hope you can hear me audibly. Good. Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Hemate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pachari Nirvishesha Shanavadi Paschat Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, today we'll start a new chapter of Gita, which is a new thread, we can say, or a new chapter, which is constantly flowing in throughout the Gita. Krishna talks about this in the beginning, in the end, in the middle, everywhere. And a lot of people have doubts, confusions, questions related to this topic. So that is about the laws of karma. So what is karma? What is your understanding of karma? What is karma? I'll ask you two questions and then we'll have a presentation on the entire synopsis. We can the summary of the laws of karma, what is karma, why it is there in the society, why this system of karma is there, what role does it play in organization for us to achieve our goal, and so forth. Different confusions and questions, karma, destiny, free will, everything we'll discuss. So what is karma? In short. Yes, Aarti Mataji, please.
Every action creates a reaction.
Mhm. The karma means activity, and that any activity in general, and in the creation, produces reactions. Any activity you perform, any activity can be performed with three things. Sorry, mind, body, and words. Correct? How do we act in this world? So we are thinking in the mind. That's also activity. That also produces reactions. You're thinking something bad about somebody else, and perhaps you may acknowledge there is concept of nazar also. उनकी नजर खराब है. That is also there. So an action which a person is leashing out to you through his mind. So any act can be performed with mind, body, and words. BMW, body, mind, and words. So, uh, why this karma is there? Or you can say this question maybe a little more stronger way. Why does God create the system of karmas? Good intellectual thinking, huh? Why does God create this system of karma, the science of karma? Why karma is why we are bound by this karma at all? What is the purpose of Krishna from Krishna's perspective? What is his vision? So that he created a system of karmas, bad karma, good karma, sinful activities, uh, punya karma, right? Bad activities, do's and don'ts. Why there has to be do's and don'ts in this world? Isn't the God is all good? There has to be everything good in this society. So my question to you is, why the system of karmas, the bondage of karma, or everything that you do is supervised? Everything that you do is accountable. You have to pay a proper price. Hmm? So why this system is there? Yes, Jayaji. Any guess?
As the creator has created this world, so he will have some laws, obviously. So to follow those laws,
Mhm. Why there are laws at all?
otherwise
Especially
we'll
this.
go haywire. All humans will do
See
whatever they
that
please.
there are two things. Having a laws is okay, good. We have gravitational laws, no? Laws of gravitation and laws of thermodynamics. There are many the law of reflection, deflection is there. Right? Science. Some laws are scientific and universal, which is meant for the harmony in the universe. So there are scientific laws in this world, not scientific, the law, there's a lawmaker always. But why is the system of karmas are there? Why you're bound here with good action and pay the price, get the reward, sorry. With bad action, pay the price. कर्मा क्यों बनाए भगवान ने कर्मों का सिद्धांत? Yes, Aarti ji. So
Because we
obviously
have
we are
given the
asking this
free will.
question. Sorry, you could say yeah. We are given this free will.
Sorry.
Yes.
Because we have given the free will, so we need to be controlled. There must be a consequences. Otherwise, freedom will would be have no meaning. Because if you are only like working freely without rules and regulations, without no consequences,
Then if we have a
then
free
how will
will,
you evaluate?
how will we
Will you evaluate? How will you give the
evaluate?
person like
Okay,
this
okay,
person
okay,
has
okay,
rich or poor or whatever? How will you put in
okay,
the different boxes?
okay. Before we understand the science of karma, I think we talked about this in the first class. Gita talks about only the five things, right? What are the five things?
Science of soul, nature, internal and external,
Hmm.
karma, which is not permanent. Other four are permanent, and then is time, action, and reaction.
I tell you now, almost you've done. Krishna talks about five things in the Bhagavad Gita. God, second about us, which we are called soul, God, soul. Third thing, Krishna talks about nature. Fourth thing, Krishna talks about time.
Mhm.
And the last thing Krishna talks about uh,
Karma.
is uh, is our karmas. Out of these five things, four things cannot be changed. Krishna says only karma can be changed. You cannot change God, you cannot change soul, you cannot change time, you cannot change nature. The only thing you can change is your karmas. Now, let us put a triangle. We showed that triangle in the earlier classes.
Hmm.
On one point is God, on second point is us, soul, and the third point is nature. The interaction between God and basically Krishna and this nature. Hmm? Suppose you have a triangle, God,
Hmm.
us, the soul, and the nature. The
Hmm.
interaction between God and the nature is of time. Krishna creates at certain frequency this material nature. Krishna at certain frequency destroys this material nature. So interaction is of time between the nature and the God. And Krishna says nature is working under me. Maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. This nature is working under me. The laws are given by the Lord. The interaction between the nature and us is of karmas. Why we are here in this world? Because of the karmas. Why we have taken a certain type of body? Because of the karmas. Obviously, why? Aarti Maji said, because we have free will. Krishna has given everyone the free will. We'll discuss about this free will and the destiny. If everything is destined, where is the question of free will? People ask this question. So in the course of discussion, we'll have this point as well. So we are here in this world because of the karmas. Now, two questions are there. We are soul. We have nothing to do with the matter. We are spirit soul. First thing, what we are doing here in this material world, the body is made up of matter, and which is the covering of the soul. So Krishna says, those are the souls who come here, who have given this, the company of Krishna, and they want to enjoy this world. So the basic idea to be in this material world is every living entity, including human beings, they are just wanting for their enjoyment in this world. They are seeking enjoyment. You can call it happiness, enjoyment. They want to be happy, separate from the Lord. That's how they came in. Now Krishna says solution is, when you revive your love for me, when you're totally absorbed in my devotion, in bhakti yoga, you can come back to me. And once you come back to my spiritual world, you will never come back to this material world again. Now, since we have been given this free will, now whenever there's a free will, there can always be a misuse of the free will. So in order to correct us, now I don't say, in order to put us on the right track, Krishna has created this system of rewarding and punishment. Because this is how you train any subordinate, by rewarding and by punishment. So that is how. Now let us take to the presentation today. This is kind of a foreground or background, and now we'll build upon it. I hope you can see the screen. Yeah. Hope you can see the screen now. Say yes if you can.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a topic, law of karmas. So today we'll discuss about the science of karma, what is karma, logic of karma, doubts about the karma, and the benefit and ultimate freedom from the karmic entanglement. Now, since somebody told this is every action, Aarti Mataji, every action has equal and opposite reaction. This is precise science of consequences, repercussions, outcomes, results. What action will produce future results or results in the later part is discussed in the karma. So Newton's law, every action has equal and opposite reaction. Now, let us go forward. The logic of karma. First thing is, the laws of karma, this is impartial. It doesn't favor anyone. Samoham sarva bhuteshu, Krishna says. Krishna is not favorable, not partial to anybody. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. I'm equal to everyone. So the laws of karma is equal to everyone. It is inexorable. Nobody can break it. Nobody can escape it. It is for everyone. First, it is impartial. It doesn't favor, and nobody can avoid it also. So we can never break God's laws. We can only break ourselves against the laws. So all of the nature of his laws, why should human be an exception? Now, the logic of karma. Why there's a system of karma? The logic of karma is, by seeing the effect, you can try to inquire about the cause. So by seeing the reaction, you can inquire about the cause, the action. Now, so this is how we start our session now. So system of karma is there because we have free will. If everyone is tuned like a robotic, that you'll be always doing a good act, there's no need of karmas. Because if Krishna makes us like a robot, that you will always perform devotion service to me, and you will finally eventually come back to me. There's no need of karma because Krishna knows that we have free wills. We have always tendency to misuse our free will. There has to be a system of reward and punishment. Ultimate reward is you come closer to Krishna. Punishment means when you go away from Krishna, you should be punished with the suffering. That is why the suffering is given as an impetus, as a motivation in this world, so that we remain on the track. So problems are good if they connect you to Krishna. The idea of giving suffering or keeping suffering, why Krishna is saying this world is dukhalayam, this is a place of miseries. Why? Because the miseries are kept, the problems, the sufferings are kept here as an impetus so that people remain on the right track. They don't do the bad things, basically any activity which takes them away from the Lord. Reward is when you're performing proper devotion service to Krishna, you're connected with Krishna through reading of Gita, through special satsang, through holy chanting of holy name, by whatever means you stay connected. That's a reward. So the system of karma is created so that people don't misuse their free will. They remain on track in devotion service to Krishna and connecting with Krishna. And if they tend to deviate from that connection, there's a punishment of suffering. This punishment is given in the form of suffering. And there are two kinds of sufferings always: mental suffering and physical suffering. Any reaction you get is of two types. Either you will have mental anxieties or physical suffering, physical ailment, sickness, disease, whatever. So in the creation of God, the reaction is given in two forms: mental or physical suffering. Now, so far it is okay. Let's go forward. The doubts about the karma. Do you see in the society bad people flourish? Yes. Just a minute. Yeah. Why do we see in the society that the bad people flourish? They prosper. They're doing bad things, but they have a good of everything, good resources, they have wealth, they have assets, they are famous, but they're doing bad activities, which is against the scriptures. Why do bad people flourish? Yes, Altimadi. I would also want any others to participate. Yes, yes, Madhuri.
Because
For the
of
time
their
being.
accumulated good karmas.
Correct. Because of the previous pious activities, they have good resources in this lifetime. Then one thing, success in Bhagavad Gita is never compared with resources, with kind of wealth, with fame, with the kind of beauty that you have. Someone may have power, fame, beauty, knowledge. Success is never compared in terms of material power, material knowledge, material wealth in the Bhagavad Gita. That is why Arjuna was frustrated in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita itself. So Krishna redefines this definition of success. Success is mainly compared in terms of one's character, one's alignment with Krishna's message. How does Krishna see someone is successful? How much he's aligned with my message, following my message, aligned with me particularly through my message. So now there's a concept of accumulated karmas. So the karma that we incur upon us is not of this lifetime. It is a continuation of the previous lifetimes and for future lifetimes also, future lives as well. So you may have so much resources and you may misuse the resources and may create future suffering for yourself in this lifetime and other lifetimes as well. Now, second thing. So karma is like it gets stored like grains are stored in silos. जहाँ पे grains को store करते हैं. Yeah. So karmas are like they are stored in your account, karmic account. Second up, why is someone born poor or rich? And why he is partial? The God is like a judge. A judge in the courtroom can both sentence someone to imprisonment and grant rewards. Is he partial? No. God is just like a judge. He's just giving you punishment or reward based on your karmas. He doesn't have to be blamed. This is why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Karmana Deva Nitrena, this is Bhagavatam, sorry, not Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Jantur Deho Papatte Sriya Pravishtaudram Pumso Rita Kanashaya. Under the supervision of the Lord, according to the result of his activity or the work, the living entity, the soul is given a particular type of body. The kind of body we have now is born into particular, say, Sindhi body, Hindu body, whatever. So we are given a particular kind of a body based on the karmas. Every action of ours has been supervised, has been watched over, has been seen by the Lord. Karmana Deva Netrena. Every action is seen by the Lord. Deva Netrena. By the Netra, by the eyes of the Lord. Now, next out. Why to suffer now for the action of previous lifetime? What do you say? Something that I did in the past, I don't remember. It is erased from my memory. Should I be punished for that? Does it make any sense? Yes, it makes sense. Any guess on this? Any guess on this? Why should I be punished for my previous lifetimes actions, which I don't remember? What did I do?
Because your karma gets carried forward, right? Because your soul gets carried forward.
Yes. And the basic principle of Bhagavad Gita, the soul is like a dress, like you change your dress. Suppose somebody commits any crime and later he says, I forgot it. Should he be punished for that? So forgetfulness is not an excuse. You may have forgotten about the body, but the laws of karma takes account. Just a minute. So if someone commits a crime and loses memory, is he innocent? No. Forgetfulness of the cause is not excuse from the effect. Now, next out. Just as different seeds fructify after different time durations, so do different karmic actions, some in the present time, some in the future lives. Okay, this is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Karmano api bodhavyam api vikarmana. Akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gati. This is very important here. Gahana karmano gati. Which means Krishna is saying the intricacies of karma is very hard to understand. Which karma's reaction I'm going through now, or which lifetimes. The intricacies are very hard to understand for a common man, but the Dev Netrena, the eyes of the Lord, the authorities, the supervision is kept by the Lord. Just a minute. There was a call. I hope you can see the screen now. So why doesn't God give all karmic creation this lifetime itself? The mills of God grind slow, but they grind exceedingly fine. Nobody can escape it. Nobody can escape it. So reactions to our karma may come in future lives because of the following reasons. Sometimes there's a premature death. People commit suicide, whatever. And because of bad habits also, people reduce their age, irregular habits, eating, sleeping, whatever. Different karmic seeds take different time to fructify. So you need to have a karma to get those reactions. And conditions have to be right. Not always the right conditions are there. And body is like a dress. It's a continuation. The soul is transmigrating to different body. And the last one, the forgetfulness of the cause is not an excuse. So that is why we have a future karma. They pass on to the next. Future karma can be in this lifetime. Just like very crude example, a child puts his hand in the fire, he gets burnt. So it's an instant reaction. And you may eat yogurt and milk together, some items of yogurt and milk together. There may be a reaction next day. Getting the point? So instant karma and delayed karmas. So some karmas give you instant reaction, some are delayed. Maybe a day, maybe a month, maybe a lifetime, whatever. Depending on these situations. So why are the ignorant punished? Ignorance is not an excuse for sin. Oh, I didn't know that this is a sin, but one has to be punished for it. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, it is not the ignorance is an excuse for the sin. It is the cause of the sins. Not having the knowledge is the cause of the sins. Knowing what is do's, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, what are the vikarmas. Vikarma means the activities which one is not supposed to do. Krishna has spoken about the whole Gita is about do's and don'ts. What is to be done? So just like this human life is kind of a product, and the instruction manual how to run this human life properly and smoothly. So Krishna gives this instruction manual in the form of Bhagavad Gita. Every product has a manual to operate. If you don't follow the manuals, use your own intelligence for the use of the product, perhaps we might spoil the product. Any product, you buy a washing machine, you buy a television, you get an instruction manual. And if you don't follow the instruction manual, you may spoil the product. So if you don't follow the Bhagavad Gita, the words of the Krishna will invite suffering unnecessarily in this life. Now, so Krishna has given a system of this is bad behavior, this is good karmas, this is bad, good karmas, bad karmas. Now, natural calamities kill masses, but they don't kill blindly. There's always, when there's a group killing at any place, the concept is of group karma or the collective karma, where a lot of people have the same karma collectively. And this is what Krishna says, Gahana Karma Gati. How people are dying collectively in a group is very hard to understand, but the Shastra says there is collective or the group karma, where a lot of people have to die at the same time. Now this is very important. If everything is destined, so then where do we have a free will? Or do we have any free will at all? Is everything destined? Or why is one poor, another person is rich? Now, this is a very common doubt. Now we'll discuss about the destiny and the free will. So there are two kinds of philosophy. Karmavad, I think in next slide, yeah. Then we'll come back to previous slides. There are two things. Karmavad and Devavad in scriptures. Basically you kind of philosophy in the world. Karmavad means everything depends on you. There is no God, there's no destiny, there's no fate. Whatever you do, you achieve, basically. Everything is your hand. Nobody supervising you. Nothing is observing you. And second kind of philosophy is Devavad, means everything destined. Nothing is in your hand. No matter how much effort you make, you will get whatever you are destined for. So there's no use of making any efforts in any field of activities. Krishna is neither in favor of Karamvad, extreme Karamvad, or extreme Devavad. There's always a mixture. Certain freedom we have, certain destiny also we have. Now, go back to the previous slide. Destiny may give you circumstances or situations, but the free will that we have been given by Krishna is how we respond or how we react in those situations. So there's a freedom to response, and destiny gives you circumstances. Based on the karma, you will come across situations in your life. But the free will is how you respond, how you make decision, your attitude takes into account. Basically, in nutshell, your response in a given situation. That's your free will. And this is why the system of karma is there, so that you can make a proper use of free will. And this is why Krishna has given the knowledge. The knowledge is given to make a proper use of your free will. So destiny may give you a birth, a kind of a body, kind of a height, kind of a upbringing, a kind of a family, some major circumstances, situation in your life. but it does not determine the response you will make. Response is in your hand. Situation may be different by destiny. So the destiny is the free will is your choices, your attitude, your decisions, your self-surrender to the Lord. So destiny determines your situation, and the free will determines the reaction or response to the situation. Example: rain may be your destiny, but umbrella or dancing in the rain is your free will. Whether you may take umbrella or without umbrella, that's your free will. Rain is destiny. For just one crude example. Okay. Now, this we discuss. So there are two philosophies. Some people say everything is in the hand of God. We are controlled. No, God didn't make us control. There is control of us, but not full control. He has given a certain amount of free will as well. So same thing. So destiny doesn't hamper the free will. You have a destiny, but free will is your response. Now there are three kinds of karmas, which the Bhagavad Gita talks about. First is vikarma, which are the don'ts, basically the sinful activities, which takes you away from Krishna, which deviates you from the path of devotion to Krishna, vikarma. And karma. Karma means action performed in terms of one's prescribed duties. You have your prescribed duties. You have a nature to nature. You have an inclination and liking for a particular kind of work. And when you perform that work under the direction of the scriptures, it's called karma. Or the new word is sakarma. Sakarma. And a karma, which Krishna emphasizes emphatically again and again in the Bhagavad Gita, the bhakti basically. Bhakti yoga means performing devotion and bhakti to Krishna is called a karma, an action which does not produce any reaction. So Krishna talks about three kinds of actions. An action which produce good results. Suppose if some people worship the god for some benefit. I want money. And they may follow many vrata, 16 somvars to get a good husband, beautiful husband, whatever. An action performed for good results, for some benefit from the Lord. It's called sakarma. The first category, karma or sakarma, is the same. Vikarma means I'm going against the scriptures. Whatever Krishna said, I'll not follow it. Whimsically, I live my life, and I'll set my rules, my own rules for my life. And a karma means an action does not produce reaction. Sorry. Now, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that's the final climax, pinnacle of Bhagavad Gita, the pinnacle of akarma. One thing we need to understand: this whole science of karma is under the supervision of God. Not the Lord is also under the karma. Lord is above the karmas. And if he decides, he can take away all of your karmas, he can diminish your karmas, and he can nullify your sinful reaction. It's up to the Lord. Now, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, this is one of the very famous quoted verse of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is saying, Sar dharmana parityajya mam ekam sharnam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami ma sucha. Mokshishyami ma sucha. Abandon all varieties of religion, just surrender unto me. Krishna is saying, just surrender to me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. And in doing so, do not fear. So basically what Krishna is saying, if you just surrender unto me, depend on me in all situations, in all dualities of life, honor, dishonor, heat and cold, sorrow, happiness, pleasure, whatever. Just depend on Krishna. And Krishna is giving a guarantee, sort of, a promise: I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. We may not know what kind of sinful reactions, sinful acts we may have done in the previous lifetime, but if we surrender to Krishna, his instruction, and Krishna saying, do not fear it. I shall deliver you from all the sinful reactions. So now,
What? Sorry, I have a question. So when Krishna
please.
says to surrender to me, let me take care of everything, what does Krishna mean? That Does Krishna
Good.
mean, what does he mean? Just do nothing and I will take care of you? Or
No,
think
no.
of me and I will take care of you? What exactly does Krishna mean when he says surrender
So
to me?
this is a continuation of the next class. What is a surrender? Surrender is a process. It's not just one-time activity. Oh, Krishna, I surrender to you. Surrendering to Krishna is a process. So in the next class, we'll describe this. What is a surrender? How do you actually surrender Krishna? So it's not a one-time activity. Now, Krishna, I depend on you. What it means to depend on Krishna, what it means to take help from Krishna. And anybody can say, okay, I can depend on Krishna. So what features, what symptoms one person will manifest who's surrendered to Krishna in totality? So that will be part of discussion next time. And yeah, this is a good question, but I would like to answer this question the next time, next continuation, because
Thank
there's a
you.
whole presentation on this. But surrendering in a nutshell, surrendering to Krishna is not just a one-time activity. Okay, I just surrender. It's a process which takes the lifetimes. And this is what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Um, uh, one who surrenders to me after so many lifetimes, Sa Mahatma Sudulabha. So Krishna is saying himself, such a person is very rare who can actually surrender to me. It's not a very easy thing. The path of surrender is actually takes some effort, some energy from you. Any other question?
So
So
I have
before you
another
leave, I have one
question.
announcement also. Before you leave, um, I'll take more of your question as well. So in next class particular, if you all agree, can we take one test, one examination sort of? So
Sure.
just to see how much you have revised, how much you have understood. It will be MCQ, and I will make Google Doc questions. Those who pass, they will be given a certification on Discover Yourself from ISKCON DIG. And from there onwards, we can always take the sessions forward. But at least so far, we have had about 7 or 8 sessions. So just to recapitulate everything, learning, and somewhere, if I find I see people need some help, so we might take a revision session as well. So next question, Ityadi.
Sorry. So my question was, we spoke about how every action has a reaction. Now, say I do all what I consider as good actions,
Hmm.
but the reactions are not good reactions. So I
Hmm.
cannot change my actions to anything better than I'm already doing. So, what do I do to get a positive reaction?
Good question. Uh, it is not one's opinion, one's estimation of what is good and what is bad. To do good, one needs to know what is good. It is not in my estimation, this is what I consider is good, or this is what the society considers good. So Krishna has given a list of do's and don'ts. What is good? Good action and bad reaction. Good action that produce positive reactions, bad action that produces negative reactions. So that good and bad we have to know from the creator itself, who has created the system of reaction itself, isn't it? So in my estimation, something may be good. In your estimation, you have made a different opinion. Something else may be good. But who decides what is ultimate good, right? So that definition of good and the bad is given by the Krishna, the creator himself, who created the system of or the science of karmas and how to evade that science, the bondage or entanglement of the karmas. I hope it
Right,
is okay.
but
Yeah,
something as simple as, okay, I have an exam. Okay, like for example, we are going to do an exam next week, and
correct.
I study all my notes. I go through all the different presentations we've had, and I ask questions, and I memorize. I learn. I do everything in my power because that's what I think is all I can do. I can't do any more than what I think I'm
Correct.
doing is
Correct.
best. But now,
Correct.
after doing everything I've done, I failed the test.
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah.
any more.
Yeah.
So, why did my action not give me a good reaction? I can't do anymore. Something
Correct.
as simple
Correct.
as studying for this exam.
Correct. Correct.
So,
So despite
what
doing
reason
everything,
does Krishna give?
so
Then is
despite
that destiny?
Yeah, despite doing everything, your best efforts, and you don't get a proper result according to what you wanted, obviously, what is desired. Yes, destiny. It's destiny.
So then people will say exactly, it's if I study or if I don't study, if my
Yeah.
destiny is to fail, let me not study.
So you will not get to know your destiny unless you make your hard work. You know it is your destiny only when you made 100% efforts. This is
Mm.
called the Karamvad or the Devavad philosophy. Perhaps if this is the precise philosophy, yes, let me just come to this one. Give me 1 second. I'll answer your question. You don't know your destiny, or you will just depend on your laziness if you don't follow
It's
this.
basically what they say is do your best and leave
Yeah,
the rest. After trying
correct,
everything you've
correct,
tried and you
correct,
still
correct,
don't get the
correct,
result that you
correct,
want, we
correct.
are then in a better situation and in a better position to say it wasn't in my destiny because I can't do any more than I'm doing.
Well, Krishna gives one principle here in terms of our working, doing our best. He says, do your 100% responsible and 100% detached. It's difficult to follow, but that's a principle. In terms of giving you exams, be 100% responsible. Give good preparation, whatever the best preparation you can make, and be 100% detached. That's your destiny. And you can know this is your destiny only when you're given your 100%. Otherwise, based on your present karma, also you are creating your future karma. So this is a free will, whether I can study or not study. So Krishna is saying, make a use of your free will to study best, as best you can. And destiny is in my hand. So 100% responsibility and 100% detachment. So doing the best, leave the rest to Krishna. So leaving the rest means you leave the result to Krishna, whatever he decides. And destiny is nothing but Krishna. He decides the fate and the destiny and the final outcome. Uh, so is it okay? We can take a test next time and
Yeah,
we can
sure.
revise, recapitulate, recollect. We'll do one thing. We'll give you the recording a link where we have all the recording in the WhatsApp group. You can watch all the recordings in your own time. And next Sunday will be a Google Doc form where the MCQ 4 options will be there for each answer, each questions. And so hope we can recapitulate everything so far we have done.
So
And
we'll
then
be
we take.
doing the test. So there's no class next week. We'll be doing the
Let's
test
see,
during
let's
class
see,
time.
let's see if you can finish on time. We can maybe test maybe for just 15 minutes. For the 15 minutes, we can have discussion. Otherwise, we may postpone the class for the next
Okay.
week, next to next week.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
That surrender process we can take forward.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Hare Krishna.
so wish you all the best for your test, and perhaps
Thank
after
you,
a long time
Prabhuji.
you'll be studying something for a spiritual cause, maybe first time in your life. So wish you all the best, and Krishna will be very happy to see you doing some special studies. Okay, Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.